Hello friends, welcome to another vlog. I'm very joyful because, well, for many reasons. Number one, we're going grocery shopping today, which is always a joyous day because it means our fridge is gonna get restocked from being bare bones. So excited.
Daddy.
Is he coming? Oh, no, that's not Daddy's car. So that's very exciting. Number two, I have been on this like postpartum weight loss journey, and I weigh myself once a week now. I do have a goal weight, however, I'm just taking it as they come for the last there's Daddy, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, or I want to say a month now. No. For 2 or 3 weeks. I have been eating in a very small calorie deficit, and I've also been working out every single day, and I have been seeing results, not only just physically and how I look, but also on the scale, which is so exciting to see. I'm 5 pounds away from being where I was at before I had Lucy, before I got pregnant with Lucy, which is just so exciting to me, and it's so refreshing to know that, oh my gosh, what I'm doing is working, and it hasn't been a pain in the butt to do. It's been so natural. So I am so excited about that. Hi, Gentry's down there. You see Daddy? He's right here. But today is a little bit different. Typically I go grocery shopping on my own, but today we're gonna do something different because this weekend is really crazy. Gentry has a big event at our church this weekend that he's kind of in charge of. So he has a lot going on. So I don't really have the capacity to be able to go solo grocery shopping and have Gentry watch both the kids at home. For 2 hours. So we're gonna take Gentry David to our church's daycare. He's gonna spend maybe 2.5 hours there, and then while I go grocery shopping, come home, unload the groceries, and then I'm going to pick him back up. So he'll love that. And then Lucy and I are gonna do our grocery shopping. I gotta go to Aldi and what? This is Mommy's coffee. Yeah, I gotta go to Aldi and Walmart, and then yeah. So I'll share with you guys what our meals have been looking like recently. Being in a calorie deficit, it's a lot different than what I would normally make because I'm literally just eating the same 5 meals. So quite literally, I've been having a variation of 2 different breakfasts. 2 different breakfasts. I don't like saying the word. I'll do a 1/2 cup of egg whites, and I just get this from Aldi. And then I do 2 eggs because having a whole egg is actually very good. There's a lot of nutrients in the egg yolk that is very good for you. We do not have the fancy pasture raised, farm fresh, grass-fed eggs. We literally buy 2 60-pack of eggs every 2 weeks. You can buy them at Walmart, Kroger. They are $8 or $9 for a 60-pack, at least from where we're at. And yeah, because my husband eats 5 eggs a day, I eat about 2, and then I also bake. So I actually put it in a little mason jar and I shake it up. But in the morning, I'll have my cup of coffee. I measure out my creamer, which I know, I've been measuring everything right now. And y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but I have about 5 tablespoons of creamer in my coffee every morning, which is almost, I think it's 175 calories. Okay. And then I will either do just scrambled eggs or I will do my protein oatmeal, which is just a serving of oatmeal with a scoop of protein and a little bit of like sweetener, whatever you want. I choose brown sugar or maple syrup as my sweetener. But that has been my go-to breakfast. The oats are definitely more higher calorie than just my eggs. But yeah, yesterday was such a good day. Like eating wise, I got in like almost 150 grams of protein. That rarely ever happens. Also, another exciting thing that's happening is I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. I am not cutting it short. I'm keeping it long, just doing a healthy little trim. And then I'm gonna do either a partial or a full balayage. I haven't decided. I'm thinking more partial because it'll be easier to like maintain and I won't have to do it every 6 weeks. Also, this has been my favorite little mug. I wish I could tell you it came from like a small business, but it really didn't. It came from Amazon. It's about $15, but I love this. I think it's super cute. Has a little place where you can put a straw if you want to. This is my go-to calorie deficit dessert that I make on a weekly basis. All you're gonna need is PB Fit powder, water, chocolate, and sea salt. I am measuring out 3/4 cup of PB Fit powder. It doesn't have to be name brand, it can be generic. I'm literally using Aldi PB Fit powder that they just came out with recently. Love it. Measuring that out, and then I'm going to put enough water in it so that way it can form like little balls, like little clumps of peanut butter, and I form those into 6 balls total. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna melt some chocolate chips with a teeny bit of coconut oil, and this part is completely up to you, but you can either completely coat the ball in the chocolate, but if you want to keep it even lower calorie or less sugar, then just do like a drizzle of it on there, and then sprinkle a little sea salt, keep it in the freezer for a few minutes, and then transfer it to the fridge, and you have made these yummy, delicious like Reese's balls. They're so good, 80-ish calories each, and I believe, if my math is correct, they're about 8 grams of protein per ball. Okay, so it's a lot later, and I'm going to work out. I have been, since about 6 weeks postpartum, I'll do 3 days of strength or body weight, and then I'll do 3 days of walking. So it might be a brisk walk outside, or I might do like an indoor walking workout using a YouTube video, and that is what we're doing today. I apologize if you hear sound in the background. My son is watching a little show while I'm getting dinner ready, but I told you guys that I was gonna share what I've been making for dinner, and essentially I've been making a variation of different things with chicken and beef. Because I'm in a calorie deficit, the best way to see results is to be eating kind of the same foods every single day. And as frustrating as it is, and as much as you want to venture out, it makes it more complicated being in a calorie deficit and like doing all of that. So I just will do either like Hawaiian barbecue chicken, teriyaki chicken, orange chicken, chipotle bowls, beef tacos, beef and rice. Like literally those are like the staples that I've been making. And tonight I'm doing Hawaiian chicken, which you guys have seen so many times. I'm gonna make my husband some rice. It really depends on how many calories I have left in the day, if I will have rice or not. Sometimes I will have a mix of normal rice and cauliflower rice. Sometimes it's just cauliflower rice, and other times I will have as much rice as I want. One of the frustrating things about rice is even though it's a really, really good carb, depending on the rice that you are buying, it is very high in calorie for just a little bit. A little bit. What you think is a serving is not actually a serving, and that's what's frustrating about rice. And I get all of my sauces from Aldi. I'll show you guys. This is sweet and sour chicken. It is 20 calories per tablespoon, so use this sparingly, and has 5 grams of added sugar. So it's not the best if you're worried about sugar, but what you can do is just measure it out so it lightly coats the chicken and it's not like super coated. This one I haven't tried yet though, so we'll see how we like it. This one's our favorite. This is the orange chicken. And then this is the teriyaki chicken as well. We also will buy these cans. These are simmer sauces. It is 60 calories per quarter cup, and a quarter cup goes a long way. You really don't need that much, but there's butter chicken, there's curry, there is tiki masala. Very, very good ones to have. So I buy those, and then on top of that, we'll just do beef pasta. So I'll do a marinara sauce with some blended up really well cottage cheese to add more protein, and then I do a chickpea penne pasta. So it's just a whole lot of protein in a bowl. But yeah, those are the different variations. We also have some Aldi protein mac and cheese, which is very yummy. The only thing I will say is that the smallest bit gives you a lot of protein, and I'm typically still hungry afterwards, so it doesn't really fill you up as much as I wish it would. But I mainly make it if it's like dinner and Gentry's not gonna be home or something like that, just something easy, simple. But we rotate through all those different variations. I'm gonna be doing burgers this week, which is super easy. You can swap out the bun for lettuce. It really just depends on what you want. Peace. It is the next day. Today is hair day, and I'm so excited. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I've been looking up full and partial balayages, and I don't want my hair to be like super blonde. Like I want to keep a lot of like the naturalness of my roots and stuff, and I don't want it to like grow out funky. And I want something that, like, I'm not someone that goes to the salon every 6 weeks. I go to the salon like twice a year. And I've heard that with a full balayage, you don't have to go to the salon as often because you have a lot more color. But with a partial, it looks a little bit more soft, subtle, and natural. So, do you want your train? Here you go. So, I don't know yet. I guess we'll get there and I'll ask her and just like see what she thinks. Because I trust her. She goes to my church. I trust her. I love her. And I know she does a good job because I've had multiple different like colorings done with her and haircuts with her, and I just love her. So she does a fantastic job. Yeah, big cup. So we're currently making breakfast this morning. Yeah, Daddy's at the gym. He's working out. He's doing his squats and push-ups. Absolutely love it. She does a good job every single time she does my hair. I love it. But I'm on my way home. I'm going to get something to eat because I haven't had lunch today, and then probably a coffee, honestly, because I'm so tired. Like, I was literally like yawning so much during the appointment. And then tonight, Gentry decided to pick up a shift, and so I will be solo momming tonight. Just keeping it real with you guys, the first like 2 weeks of the month is when we run like financially dry. And so he typically picks up the most shifts in the first 2 weeks of the month than he does any other part because of that reason. But yeah, the plan is to go home and then feed Lucy, get lunch. That is a plan. But I love the hair. It's definitely lightened. She said that I have a hormonal ring in my hair, which I've never heard of. But apparently, like, your hair changes when you have kids. Like, I knew that. My hair started getting darker, like, right before I had kids. So, like, my hair was already kind of getting brown. But she says in the back of my head, there is this ring of, like, blonde hair, which is so weird that it's only happening, like, around my neck. And I was like, I wonder if the rest will grow out that way. I doubt it because it's so dark up top. But who knows? Who knows what can happen? So, yeah. Today is going to be a pretty chill night. I have a feeling it's going to be oh my gosh, a heavy on the bluey night / blippy. It's like really cold. It's like gonna rain. All the things. I love my hair. And I'm going to do probably a little workout. And yeah, I'm really praying, really hoping that once I put Lucy to bed at 7:30 that she'll stay asleep and I can have like maybe an hour to myself to read or to watch a show or something. Last night I tried to stay up. Well, I did stay up a little bit. I wanted to listen to an audiobook, but I couldn't find one that I really liked. And so I just ended up scrolling and then going to bed at like 9 o'clock, which I need to stop doing that because I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I need my sleep. I need my sleep. So. since I last filmed. It is Sunday, and it's just been a busy weekend, especially, well, mostly for my husband, but with my husband being busy doing things with the church, that's why I've like hardly picked up my phone or anything, because I've just been like full-time mom duty. But yeah, it is Sunday. We're probably gonna go to the event tonight at the church just for a little bit. Yeah, I also just bought some books with some birthday money, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna be sharing a haul over on my booktube. This is something new. I literally just decided to create on a whim, because I have just, over the last year, almost more than a year, I have just been loving books. I've been loving the book community. I have been, you know, just an avid reader, and so I just want to share that part of my life in another space, not on this space, because this is geared towards moms and wives and not necessarily towards book lovers. However, if you are a book lover and you do want to nerd and geek out and share recommendations and all that stuff, then definitely go over to my booktube and like comment your book recommendations. But yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna be sharing that over there sometime soon. But yeah, our days are kind of like, I feel like the last few days have just been kind of mundane a little bit. This week's gonna be like a normal average week for us, but it's good because we need a little slow down of a pace. We don't need fast-paced stuff all the time. So that is what life has been like, and I think my son is waking up, so I'm gonna go get him.